structure. When you think of org structure, what graphic comes to mind? How about the pyramid, the org chart? Boxes and arrows. How we group things together by function, by product, by location, how we group things together. Well, as soon as you put a box around something, what do you inevitably create? Boundaries, silos, barriers. What you create is us versus them. Always, always, always. So when you're thinking of your org structure, here's what I want you thinking of. How do we manage the space between the boxes? How do we manage the space between the boxes? This is where the battles, this is where the breakdowns often occur, the space between the boxes. But we're so concerned with who's inside the box, how are we measuring it, what are they trying to produce? We forget this is where the problem is, the space between the boxes. Let me give you 4 ways to manage the space between the boxes. Number 1, maybe you have a VP of a process that cuts across functions, somebody tasked with integrating and coordinating those things. For example, a number of companies now have a VP of the customer experience to ensure that whether you as a customer is touching sales, warranty, customer service, accounting, you get a similar standard of performance. Maybe a 24-hour callback, for example. Number 2, you take frontline employees, supervisors, and put them on a cross-functional team to deal with common issues. If customer complaints is an issue, you take a couple people from customer service, a couple people from operations, a couple people from sales, and you put them on a cross-functional team to deal with that. Number 3, you take the people who head these boxes and you handcuff them together with part of their variable remuneration. If they legitimately have to collaborate, tie part of their variable to what they collectively achieve. Number 4, something we find very effective, is called the parachute program. You take somebody from one department, parachute them into another department for a day. So I'm going to spend a day shadowing, your name, sir? Dominic. I'm going to spend a day shadowing Dominic, figuring out how what I do impacts him, how what he does impacts me. But then critically, I'm going to go back to my work group. I'm going to give a 5-minute presentation. Here's what I learned on my day with Dominic. What do you think those people always say when they come back and give that presentation? And you know what? They use those exact 4 words. I had no idea. I thought I knew what these guys did. I had no idea. I thought we worked hard. I had no idea how hard they work. And when we mess this up, I had no idea how much grief it causes them. I had no idea. You build a level of understanding you just cannot build any other way. When you have people walking in each other's shoes, seeing through their eyes, you build an enormous amount of understanding. However, you're also building rapport. Because now I'm spending a day with Dominic, finding out his interests. He's finding out who I am. Say, oh, you like, who's your team? Oh, you like to follow, right? Oh, you like dogs as well? Here's a photo of my dog, right? We're laying down these threads of rapport. So now when I go back, we have a relationship. He's my go-to guy. I'm his go-to guy. I promise you, you parachute people across the spaces between the boxes, you go a long, long way to breaking down us versus them. Manage the space between the boxes. Between the boxes.